Hello guys, welcome to Manchester United versus Manchester City pre-match reactions. So basically, we wanna check on to the two possible lineups, the injury updates, and at last give out my prediction. How I think the game is gonna be. Yeah. So real quick, checking on the onto the two lineups. Manchester United is playing at home, of course. And by the way, Manchester United whooped Manchester City 2-1 in the first leg of their Premier League match. It was played at Etihad Stadium. A lot of people never predicted that result. Let's start with the possible Manchester United lineup versus Manchester City today. So Onana in post. I don't know why these people are not giving Baindira a chance. Baindira is a big game player, and I felt like he can bring a lot of impact to Manchester United lineup versus Manchester City today. But Onana in post. The back line is Lenioro, Harry Maguire, and Mazraoui. So of course Maguire is playing because De Ligt has an injury. And in the midfield, they have Diogo Dalot, Manuel Ugarte, Casemiro, and Patrick Dogu. Of course, Patrick Dogu will be playing on the left flank. Diogo Dalot will be playing on the right flank. And in the forward, they have Alejandro Garnacho. Of course, a lot of people criticized Alejandro Garnacho after their game. They lost their last game against Nottingham Forest, and that's a big deal. That's a big test for Manchester City because Man United losing twice, it's not easy. And of course, they're playing at home, and it's a Manchester derby, so that's going to be a big challenge to Manchester City to win again today against Man United. Of course, Man United won in their first leg, but today I think it's going to be a tough match. Uh, looking back, Manchester United lost their game 1-0 against Nottingham Forest. Of course, Elanga scoring against his former club. So it's Alejandro Garnacho, Bruno Fernandes, and the possible centre forward for Manchester United is Joshua Zirkzee. Why don't you bring this kid, Obi Martin? I feel like Obi Martin has a lot of potential in Manchester United lineup, or even Rasmus Højlund, and then play Zirkzee as a playmaker instead of playing Zirkzee as a centre forward. Of course, this is a possible lineup. It's not fully 100% confirmed, but then the possible lineup says that Joshua Zirkzee will be Manchester United centre forward today. Let's check out Manchester City squad real quick. Of course, before talking about the injuries and giving out my prediction about this one. So Manchester City, of course, Ederson in post, none other than Ederson. Obvious, everybody. That's a pure prediction. Everybody knows that Ederson is the number one goalkeeper for Manchester City, jersey 31. So Ederson in post, Josko Vardiol, Ruben Diaz, Kasanov, and Matthias Nunes. It's quite a good defense for Manchester City. Ilkay Gundogan, Nico Gonzalez in midfield, Kevin De Bruyne, not Patrick Dogu, but Jeremy Dogu, uh, playing on the left flank and playing on the left forward flank, and Savinho playing on the right forward flank. Of course, today they're playing Kevin De Bruyne. It's because Haaland is injured. Haaland has gone into the Premier League break early because of injury. Quick recovery to Haaland, but because Haaland is injured, so they're using Omar Mamouche as a centre forward. So Omar Mamouche as a possible centre forward for Manchester City versus Man United today. Tell me what you think about this lineup. I feel like Manchester City lineup is complete compared to Man United lineup. Of course, the likes of Mason Mount is back, and Mason Mount, uh, there is high chances that he might start against Man City today. So a lot of people are predicting Mason Mount to start against Manchester City today. And if you're wondering what's wrong with my voice, it's really cold in Nairobi, and I have a fever, so that's why I've been recording on and off. But I'm back, and we'll be doing this. So yeah, so in this Man United squad, I feel like I felt like uh, I, I was predicting Man United to win against Manchester City, but then Casemiro and Ugarte is good. I think Ugarte is good, but then Casemiro, I don't see if Casemiro is going to impact this game that fully. But Bruno Fernandes is on form, just won the Premier League Player of the Month. Think that I know a lot of people are going to are not familiar with these statistics, but Kevin De Bruyne is going to leave Manchester City, and he has never won the Premier League Player of the Month award. that's quite scary because he has been one of the best players in the Premier League, but real fact, he has never won the Premier League Player of the Month award. I felt like Manchester United would have started with Bayendiri instead of Onana. This is a big game, and Onana, it doesn't need a lot of jokes that Onana been bringing to the game. Like, he has been sometimes acting like a person who have fixed the match before the game. So, and this is a big game. Manchester United are going to show up. So let's hope for the best for them. Manchester City too. So Man United injuries. Luke Shaw is still out. I don't know what's wrong with Luke Shaw because I feel like even Mikel Antonio for West Ham is going to Mikel Antonio West Ham is going to come back before this Luke Shaw injury. I don't know what's wrong with Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw just need to get off this Manchester United squad. Of course, Aiden Heaven, a quick recovery, a good centre back, came from Arsenal. He also has a leg injury. Kobe Mino, I thought Kobe Mino is good, and I felt like a lot of people predicted that Kobe Mino is going to play this game. Yeah, so what's wrong with Kobe Mino, man? I felt because I saw in Fabrizio Romano that Kobe Mino is going to be available for Manchester Derby, but then here I'm seeing that Kobe Mino is still injured. Yeah, muscle injury. So right now he has a muscle injury. So there is a high chances that Kobe Mino will miss this Manchester derby. But it was said, I don't know the right article because I felt like Kobe Mino was supposed to play in this game. It was announced. So I don't know why he's still written injury. But Kobe Mino is out. Amadia Love is out the whole season, but he's still working hard to come back. Uh, Lisandro Martinez out. Johnny Evans out. So I play Manchester United. Uh, Delete is out with a knock. Quick recovery to Delete. Erling Haaland, Manchester City is out. John Stones is out, thigh injury. Uh, Akanji is out. Rodri is out. Rodri was supposed to be out this whole season, so maybe I'm hoping to see Rodri next season. But that's a match preview: Manchester United versus Manchester City. So, guys, my prediction is that I felt like Manchester United had a really high chance of winning against Manchester City. But then, checking in the likes of De Bruyne, De Bruyne right now, of course, he will be out of Manchester City squad coming next season. So this season is trying out to give out the best. I feel like he's going to show up and he's going to score. So Kevin De Bruyne and Omar Mamouche to score against Man United. Manchester City is going to win 2-0 against Man United. So that's my prediction. Manchester City 2, Manchester United nil. Tell me your prediction in the comment section. And the last thing, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I just